Well, let's head on over to meteorologist Thomas Patrick in the Weather Center. He's tracking some nice conditions this week, but it will be hot. Thomas, just how hot are we talking?
Yeah, I think the temperatures will be in the mid-90s for this week. And I'll tell you what, Tim, I love to track the weather when it's like tracking nice weather. It's certainly a lot easier, a lot nicer outside. Quite comfortable in the morning hours. Honestly, this is the best part of the summertime, is to be able to get a little bit of some cooler weather first thing in the morning, just to help offset some of those warmer days that we know are ahead and will certainly be ahead really for today. So a few areas now just getting into the low 60s. You see 61 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, as well as Grand Coulee, just leading the way in terms of temperatures as of 7 o'clock. And there is literally nothing to show on Doppler radar, so let's just keep moving along because we got nothing but sunny skies all day long today. You see 87, maybe close to 88 degrees for the high temperatures this afternoon. So a little bit warmer than it was yesterday by comparison, but I have quite a few days in the 90s through the course of this week, so we're covering that in a couple minutes.
Happening today, the downtown Spokane Public Library reopens. It was actually closed 2 years ago for renovations, and KREM 2's Malia Kamal is there right now. You're getting a first look inside, Malia, and you know, normally they say, shh, be quiet in the library, but Malia was making all the noise. Looks like she can't hear me right now, but Malia is getting that first look inside. Hey, Malia, what's up?
Hi, yes, we are at this is the recording studio. I'm here with Amanda. Amanda, she is the marketing and communications director here. Now, Amanda, this is a beautiful space. Tell me, what are we seeing here? This is just amazing.
So we're standing in the media studio. So this is a new state-of-the-art recording studio that we've developed for the citizens of Spokane. You can come in here, you can practice your instruments, you can practice your drums, but even better, you can record an album. So we have a state-of-the-art recording studio here and a music education specialist who can fully audio engineer your next album.
This is incredible, and it's, I mean, just state of the art. And now this is just one of many different media spaces that you guys have. You also have a video studio.
Yeah, so we have a video studio complete with green screen, teleprompter. So, you know, television broadcasters out there who are in training can come here and learn how to do that.
That is incredible. And so how do people, if they want to come over here and they want to, let's say, like you said, make an album, how do they do that?
Yeah, so you can book a meeting room, or you can book a room just on our website to use one of these booths to practice. Or if you want to make an album, you can do that for 40 hours of volunteer time at the library. So you get 40 hours of recording time in exchange for 40 hours of volunteer time at the library.
Incredible. And all they need is a library card.
All you need is a library card.
Incredible. Okay, well, today they'll be giving tours at 10 a.m. after the ribbon cutting, and it will be open to the public. And so the library hours, remind us about the library hours.
The library is open 9 to 7 Monday through Thursday, 10 to 5 Friday and Saturday, and 12 to 4 on Sunday.
Well, great. Thank you. Live in Spokane, Malia Kamal, KREM 2 News.
Pretty cool, Malia. Thank you. Now to our big story we're tracking at this hour. An investigation is underway into an officer-involved shooting in Grant County. The incident happened just north of Moses Lake. Deputies tried to arrest a suspect who has several felony warrants. The suspect fired at deputies, and deputies shot back. We're told no one was shot, but the suspect was injured in a collision between a police vehicle and the suspect's Jeep, causing it to roll on its side. The situation closed several roads, but as of this morning, we're told they're back open. The Grant County Sheriff's Office posted a video about the shooting on Facebook.
Deputies were trying to apprehend a person who has felony warrants. During the contact with that person, there was possibly an exchange of gunfire, but the suspect fired upon officers. Right now, the shooting is under investigation.
The suspect was taken to Samaritan Hospital in Moses Lake for their injuries. The Grant County Sheriff's Office says the officers involved are on paid administrative leave, which is standard protocol. Well, to an update now on a story we first brought you here on Up with KREM. Spokane Valley Police are searching for a suspect who shot a man near the Dearborn Apartments on Friday. Witnesses say they saw a man with a gun chasing after two others. Police found a man with gunshot wounds and brought him to a hospital. Deputies say the man who was shot did not share much about the shooting, but it does not appear to be random. Anyone with information should call Crime Check. Happening today, the Spokane Mayor's Office and the City Council are expected to go over their competing sit and lie and camping proposals. There's been a lot of back and forth on this, and some people are expressing concern on both plans. Attorney Steve Graham is one of those, saying this could land the city in a tangled mess of court cases.
I think the ordinance could be problematic. It depends how it's enforced by the police on the street. But it's certainly going to raise a lot of questions and dump a lot of new cases in our municipal courts, that's for sure.
So under the current law, the city cannot arrest or cite people for sleeping in public areas when there's not enough shelter beds or other services available. In the new proposal, both City Council and the mayor want to remove the shelter bed exception and enforce the ordinance at all times. And tonight, the Spokane City Council is expected to go over a process and timeline for leasing the former East Central Library building. Currently, Spokane police are operating out of the building as of last week. Mayor Woodward says she made the decision to move the police location based on public needs and safety considerations. East Central community leaders say they felt left out of the decision-making process for the building. City Council will also discuss the location of a permanent police precinct in East Central. It's time now for your morning rush. More news in less time. Today, the trial begins for the man accused of murdering his ex-wife. Yasir Daraji was arrested back in January of 2020 after his wife's body was found inside a burning car. Police say he has a history of violence and threatened to kill the victim before her death. Daraji faces charges of first-degree murder. He's in jail on a $1 million bond. The man accused of assaulting several women in the Pullman area in the early 2000s accepted a plea deal last week. 47-year-old Kenneth Downing faces multiple charges, including rape. Police arrested Downing in March of this year after Pullman police discovered his DNA matched evidence collected at crime scenes. He faces 17 years to life in prison. Well, that cold case is among several across the state that were solved thanks to a state-funded forensic genealogy program. Today, Washington Attorney General Bob Ferguson will discuss the first convictions as a result of the program. He will be joined by Pullman's police chief and the Whitman County deputy prosecutor. Animal shelters in Spokane are at full capacity and need help getting their animals adopted. Scrap says their dog kennels are full, so to make it easier for people to adopt, they're reducing their fees. It's now $28 to adopt a dog and $18 to adopt a cat. They're also encouraging people to foster animals if they can, and that's if they don't know if they want to adopt quite yet. And Boeing may be forced to drop its 737 MAX 10 from production if it can't get the plane certified by the end of the year. Boeing is asking the FAA to make it exempt from certain safety regulations, which take effect in 2023. If Boeing is denied the request, the MAX 10's flight deck would have to be fitted with new safety technology. In an interview with Aviation Week, Boeing's CEO hinted that the entire project might have to be scrapped if that happens. And that's a look at your morning rush.